Hey y'all, it's Jofer, the cranky old gay guy, and today we are going to talk about fireworks. Now I know I did a video a bit back about noise pollution. This kind of falls into that category, but it's special because it's the 4th of July and it's fireworks. So, why do we have them? And why do people feel it's necessary to set them off and share all that nonsense with others? Okay, if you go back to, I think, the Revolutionary War, maybe fireworks were set off as a celebration because it brings the feeling of war to the people. I don't know, because I think there were fireworks in Europe as well before the founding of the United States. So I'm not sure what's going on there, but I can tell you right now that they not only make me cranky, but they make my dog very, very cranky. All those booms and bangs, even in the distance, they're really horrible on your pet. They cause anxiety and fear. Your pet whimpers. Your pet will get down from wherever it's at and cower to the floor. It's really tragic. And in today's society, when fireworks are so unnecessary, why still do them? And if you want to have an outdoor celebration and you seem to think that you need this visual firework, they do make LED fireworks now, which are just drones. They go up, they don't make any noise. They still do your fancy patterns and your displays, and you can make them do whatever you want. And I believe currently you can rent a setup or a company that will come out and do this fireworks show that is roughly the same cost as using traditional fireworks, which are not only dangerous, but they're all expensive to make and put together and ship to you, and they pollute the environment. So I beg of you to push for the cancellation of these big boom, boom, boom firework displays. They're ridiculous. I know they're nostalgic and you go, well, I want my kids to experience what I experienced. Why? Life is about change. It's time that we change this whole fireworks nonsense. And if it's a visual display, make it digital. We don't need to have all the gases and the explosions and the poisons and all that goes into it. It's not necessary. It makes no sense. No sense at all. In my mind, it still brings back visions of the Revolutionary War. Why? I probably saw something as a kid, fireworks going off in as a celebration that the war was won by the North. Anyway, that was 200 plus years ago. So, again, why? Why do we care? I I don't. I mean, I don't care to necessarily see these. Have I been to a fireworks show? Yes, I have. Was it incredible? No, it was long, it was drawn out, it was boring. It was like parades. Interesting for a few minutes and then nothing. Okay? And the fireworks, you're just getting a group displays, you get a group of people together, crunched into a space. There's congestion, traffic jams, arguments, fights. Oh my God, it's just not worth it. So please get rid of it. And in the neighborhoods, I mentioned in the little clip I put up earlier to advertise this that things tend to be a war zone in neighborhoods. And that is true. My neighborhood in the past has been disastrous with lots of neighbors complaining to the offending parties and the offending parties pretty much just giving them big FU and continuing to do their nonsense. And on this night, law enforcement is overwhelmed with people complaining about this, so they can't respond to everyone, and they can't put a stop to it. I know that there's a city ordinance against it, but since it's not enforced, everyone goes against it. So I think the actual way to combat this would be to not only outlaw the sale of fireworks, which I believe explosive fireworks here in Oregon, but you need to outlaw them in Washington state as well, because it takes 5 minutes to get to Washington, buy your fireworks, and you can come back and just cause a monstrous scene in your neighborhood, and there's no penalty for that. Okay? And hell, let's just take this a step further. And instead of just outlawing explosive fireworks in Washington, let's outlaw them in the entire country. How does that sound? I know some people are going to hate that. I think it's one of the best laws that could ever be passed. And speaking of laws, there was this Supreme Court decision that came down that gave the office of the president pretty much explicit immunity to do anything that they can say was job related or in the purview of the president. So, we have a president in office right now who could use that special power he's been granted and put, I would say, 5 or 6 of the Supreme Court justices on trial for perjury, as all of them stated that no man is above the law and stood by that statement in their hearings when they were confirmed. Now, there's videotapes showing these people repeating this, some over and over, that no man is above the law. However, they have now put whoever the president is above the law. So, that being the case, our president is above the law, our current president. So, why doesn't our current president, in purview of his rights in that office, and to state that it is in the best interest of the United States to remove these people from their current positions as Supreme Court justices and file perjury charges against them? And do it now before the elections, when some other president might get in power who likes these Supreme Court justices, because they will do whatever that president wants them to do. So that has nothing to do with fireworks, except the fireworks that may be happening during the election. And by fireworks, I mean arguments, discussions, and confrontations. This does tie into the 4th of July, because the 4th of July is the Declaration of Independence. And now that the president is seen pretty much as a king, that kind of defeats the whole idea of democracy and what this country is about. It also goes against the Constitution, and it goes against everything that the Founding Fathers stood for. They formed this country to break away from a monarchy, and now our current Supreme Court justices have voted to make this country a monarchy, or a dictatorship, or an autocracy, or anything but a democratic republic. So the people who've made these decisions should be removed from office. And the only person that has the power to do that right now is our current sitting president, because he is now the monarch of the United States. So, Mr. Biden, it's time for you to step up and get to work and make this country great again. Because not doing so makes me and a lot of people who support democracy very, very cranky. Back to fireworks, please. On behalf, if you have any emotions inside, if you have empathy for anyone or anything, don't set off explosive fireworks in neighborhoods, residential areas, anywhere that pets might be, okay? It's not cool, it's not kind, it's cruel, and it's unacceptable. And now that the president is a king, perhaps the president could pass an executive order, sign it into law, stating that fireworks in the United States are now illegal. Oh my God, wouldn't that be wonderful? Oh, Joe Biden, Joe Biden, Joe Biden. Please do the right thing. Not only for fireworks, but to remove the Supreme Court justices as well. Also, as long as you're at it, why don't you have your Department of Justice, or maybe the FBI, arrest all of those people that have been plotting against the Democratic Republic and who want to change this and turn it into a monarchy, theocracy, dictatorship. Because again, as the king, you have it in your power to do this. So why not do it, and at the same time sign another executive order that states After 1 year of you being the king and getting everything back in order and getting all of these people who are corrupt and trying to destroy us out of power, then things will roll back into an actual democratic country and the monarchy will be dissolved. That you can put in that in writing too. I mean, it's in your power. And while you're at it, get rid of the electoral college as well. And legal gerrymandering, which again, this Supreme Court has decided is okay. Why? Because it helps the Republican Party. So back to fireworks again. Bang, 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 boom, boom, bang, boom, boom. Oh, it's too much for me to even comprehend. So this video is short. It is July 4th. It's a holiday. And I kind of feel like I'm working because I'm talking online. But I do this because I care about you. That's right. I care about you, the coggers out there. So like this video, subscribe, tell your friends, share. That's how the algorithm works. The more hits, discussions, comments, likes, dislikes, whatever, the higher this will move up in the rankings, meaning that more people will see it, which means my voice, the voice of a cranky old gay guy, and all of you cranky old gay guys that agree with me, will be heard. So let's do that. Today's video is brought to you by 35 Letters. Letters from a Mother to Her Son by Joseph L. Ferguson, now available on Amazon in all formats. Check it out. You will not be sorry. Today's shout out goes to, I should really think these things in advance. So right now I'm going to pause for just a moment while I come up with someone I want to talk about and, introduce you to. Okay, I am back, and today's shout out goes to Mark Alvey TV, Masahi King. Masahi King? Yeah. And it's at Mark Alvey TV, Masahi King. This is a website of a man in the Philippines, Mark Alvey, who gets massages. And I figured that it is the 4th of July. So there's going to be a lot of aggression and tension and loud, obnoxious noises. It's going to put everyone on edge today. Not to mention the Supreme Court's decision to grant immunity to the president and make him a king. And I haven't even covered their decision on another decision that decides government agencies have the right to monitor things. So expect a future video about that. I think it's the Chevron decision, and it is pretty much overturned, which means that your protections are in danger as far as health, environment, etc. But that's fodder for another video. So Mark Alvey, now this is what it says: giving you an absolute wellness and lifestyle experience with a touch of the best of anything under the sun. And again, he visits different spas throughout the Philippines and videotapes a quick 15-20 minute body massage and tells you which spas that you should potentially visit if you visit the Philippines. So it's relaxing music. So I think that that's probably something that everybody needs today. So I'm going to go ahead and put his link information in the description below. And if you can't make it to the Philippines for a massage, maybe you can get one locally because we all need it. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Rah, rah, America. And I mean that in a good way. Let's protect democracy. Get out and vote. Get out the word. 4th of July, impending doom of November when the elections happen. It's too much to handle right now. So here's wishing you the best. Let's look for a happy future. And happy 4th of July, y'all. Ta-ta. No, I don't really like that ending either. Have a good one. Bye-bye.